West Ham 1, Chelsea 5. And many people were expecting us to get spanked tonight, and we well and truly did. We started off pretty lively. Paqueta got his great goal, and we were putting them on them a little bit. We were chasing them down, but that all lasted for about 5-10 minutes when Chelsea eventually woke up themselves. They got their equaliser as well. Again, very poor defending. We got a goal that was disallowed, rightfully so, but it was, fine margins. And they're going to be talking about these fine margins all the time. But, Full Crew got his goal, but it was disallowed. Then they came again, another defensive error, and then another one. And it was just, we went in 3-1, was it half time? Then they scored another 2 in the second half. But, you could see that they were just pulling us apart and they were passing through us and we were getting all out of position, all out of shape in the first half, this is. And it continued into the second half. Then they eased off their pace when they got their fifth goal a little bit. And then we had a bit of a success there as well. The substitutions helped. I think the shape was a little bit better after the substitutions as well. But let's face it, we're just not good enough. We're just not good enough. Potter looked totally lost at sea. He's wondering, what do I do with these players? Well, I can't do anything with these players. He must be thinking that. Because if this is his system that he's dead set on going with, then he hasn't got the players for it. And he hasn't got the players. But he doesn't even know what to do with these players. And these players aren't delivering in terms of midfield. Our midfield is all over the place. We know this is where our weaknesses is. But a goalie, again, the goalkeeper, Manson, what are you doing? What are you doing? You've let in 5 goals again. And, a couple of times he was really weak in the area. But that one goal, he just came in, fluffed his lines of the catch. And, they scored again. And it was just painful to watch, and a terrible buy so far, this Hermanson or Emerson. But in midfield, we were ball watching. We were all pulled out of position, and as the game went on, it just got worse and worse. And Chelsea, if they wanted to, they could really, turned it on as well. But they kind of eased off. But even when they eased off, they were finding so much space. We are such a poor team. We are such a poor team of going forward. We had no luck. Bowen was trying a couple of times. Paqueta was trying, as well. But it was just disjointed. It's all over the place. It's just, we kind of expect. Did we expect it? I think we expected it, really, didn't we? But it's just another hammer blow, and things just get bad to worse. Fans were leaving halfway through the first half, and then by the end of the match, it was nigh on Mary Celeste, wasn't it? It was just, where's everybody gone? Well, everybody's gone home early because they can't be bothered to watch this tosh. You have 5 or 10 minutes, and this seems to be West Ham a lot of these times. Certainly the last few years. You have 5 or 10 minutes. And then it just fades away in a game. Any success you have, it fades away. And as soon as team comes onto you, you just ball watching, you're completely out of shape. The defensive errors that we're making in defence in terms of marking, getting goal side, it's just schoolboy stuff, really. Midfield, we got no legs at all. And we're all out of shape in midfield. And we getting the ball. Us getting the ball going forward, from midfield into attack, let's say, we fluff our lines so often. We look rushed. We can't string passes together. We're passing it to somebody who's already marked, and they're under pressure as well. Or there's poor control. Paqueta lost control as well. From one of their goals. It's just a consistent thing with West Ham. Going forward, we get nervous and we try and pass the ball around, get out to the wings, but nothing really comes of it. It's just poor. I'd say, even though we were coming back at them a little bit after the 5th goal for about 5-10 minutes, I think that was more that Chelsea just eased off, really, and were just allowing us to do that. But, yeah, I mean, Potts had his shot there, went into the ground and then pulled a really good save from Sanchez as well. But it just, again, we are just so bad. We're just so fucking awful. That's the problem. And Potter just looks absolutely lost at sea out there. His expression tells it all. He's lost at sea. And we say this time and time again. It's the ownership, it's the management structure of the club, the way we're buying players, and the transfers that we're trying to go into now. And I say it, and I'll say it time and time again. Our business should have already been done. We should have already got these players in. We shouldn't be trying to buy players now in desperation, because everybody else can see that we're desperation stakes now. We need players, and especially in midfield. So guess what? We're desperate. They're going to put the price up even more. It's just a really bad way of doing business, and it's a badly run club, just a terribly badly run club. The fan base is all out to sea. I was seeing on Sky Sports Robert Green just interviewing a few of the fans, and a lot of them seem, I don't know what they're seeing, because a lot of them seem really confident. A lot of them seem to be quite happy. A lot of them seem to be happy to give, Potter a more chance. And I'm like, can you really blame Potter in this? Well, yes, the tactics are not working, granted, but also the players are not delivering. And you can drill this stuff in training. You can go through it in the classroom. You can hammer it until you're blue in the face. But if the players don't deliver, or they make those consistent mistakes, you got to think, well, these are the wrong players. Because if they're making these basic mistakes, Todibo in the first half was just awful. I'm hardly surprised he got subbed. Fulkrug I thought wasn't too bad, but again mostly quiet. But Souček and James Ward-Prowse, especially first half and half of the second half, were just totally non-existent. Totally non-existent. Wan-Bissaka was being pulled all over the place. The players were just getting past him all the time. Not picking up our runners. Not just getting goal side. It was just really bad all over to watch tonight. And it's I don't know what to say. I was hopeful, when Paqueta scored that goal. I thought, this is us. We're going to beat them. This is us. And then slowly but surely they just wore us down, and you could see that we haven't got this at all. This is just rubbish defending, rubbish play, without a plan, without a clear plan, without a clear direction. In the players' minds, they don't seem to know what they're doing. And the players are not playing for each other. They're not moving into space. If you look at the way Chelsea were just spreading the ball around, the players were always making themselves available. They were in space. They weren't under pressure from one of our players. Anytime we tried to pass the ball, we were always under pressure from one of their players, because they're better at closing down than us. But they also knew where the players were, and also there was limited movement. I remember in the very first minute of the game, or a couple of minutes of the game, Bowen picked up the ball. Wan-Bissaka peeled back, so Bowen had to turn and try and go down the wing. But there was nobody there. There was nobody there to assist him at all. And you think, well, where's the assistances? Where are you playing as a team? You're not playing as a team. You're rubbish. You're crap. Collectively, you're crap. Individuals might have some success here and there, but collectively, you're crap. Management, coaching is crap. Tactics, all over the place. Our shape is all over the place. Our defending is all over the place. The way we're going forward is crap, all over the place. And the club is just crap, really. The way we're run, everything is just rubbish about us right now. And people say, it's only the first game of the season. And well, now it's the second game of the season. Now we've got 2 bad results, conceded 8 goals, got no confidence in the goalkeeper, got no confidence in our defence. This sends out the signals for any other team go and attack West Ham because they're for the taking. This is what it does. Got Forest next in the league. We've got Wolves in the cup. Then the break, of course. It's not looking good. If you like what I do, keep on watching the videos, subscribe and all that kind of stuff. But what can you say? And what can you say? I could go off on a massive rant here about Potter, about the players, about individual mistakes. But it's deep rooted, more deep rooted than that. It's the whole club, the whole way we're doing business is just wrong. You know, reap what you sow, because this is where a club is run badly, and this is what happens. And you can try and put plasters over it. You can try and, you know, put your finger in the dike, as it were. But let's face it, the dam is going to break, and everything's going to pot, because the core structure isn't there. The philosophy isn't there. Regardless of how many interviews, you know, the players do and say, yeah, the spirit's great and we really got on well with Potter and everything like that. You're fighting a losing war if you're performing like that. You're or a losing battle. If you're performing like that and it's showing that nothing is working, then it's back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board on so many different fronts. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts. I say, if you like what I do, keep on watching, and well, on to better days, hopefully. Catch you again. Bye now.